Hi, I'm Marina and I'm the founder of DELEG8. This is DELEG8's pre-product pitch. Time is our most valuable resource as human beings. So this is our common understanding of time. Since we start into basic school, since we learn how to read, we are taught about time on a clock. And yet, this is how we plan our time, on grids, on lines, on manual tasks that we need to take action on within our calendars. So why are calendar apps so awful? Like I said, the first reason why they're so bad is because we need to take machine-like action. We go into our calendars, we create events, we reschedule events, we cancel events, the endless back and forth. Our current calendars are tied to corporate productivity. They're not tied to make our lives better. They don't improve our personal lives. They don't improve our connections outside of our work. And even within our work, we're closed within our own organization. So it actually diminishes cross-organizational interactions. Current calendar apps have a clunky user experience, and they're solely tied to email. Young people no longer interact via email, and this is an outdated way of actually trying to figure out how do we meet with each other in the real world and or in our digital experiences by using this outdated technology. Now think about how hard it is to manage more than one calendar. So say you are a person who has a full-time job and you have a partner, they also have a full-time job. Now there's 4 calendar involved in a household of 2 people. Now imagine you're adding kids to it and their own schedule, whatever the school schedule is, and the more kids you have, the more school schedule, the more activities, the more organization, and trying to figure out how everything is gonna work. In the US, stress-related absenteeism that is attributed to loneliness costs employers an estimated of $154 billion annually. The lack of social connection that we're facing today increases the risk of premature death way as much as or way worse than smoking 15 cigarettes per day. And the typical employee is only productive for about 2 hours and 53 minutes. AI revolutionizes the way we interact with our calendars, transforming time management into a seamless, human-centric experience. DELEG8 is here to get you out of the box. Because time is cyclical in nature, we like to organize our calendars on a clock, just the natural way we're used to thinking about calendars. This clock cannot only be displayed on a cell phone app, but it can also be used as a widget on any other sort of device, like an Apple Watch or a television or a digital calendar or a digital display that is within your home, making DELEG8 a perfect companion for everyday life in any moment at a glance. The backbone of DELEG8 is actually its automated scheduling platform that aims at automating all of those manual tasks that we do today. Imagine creating, editing, canceling, rescheduling events. But more than that, figure out what is the best time to meet and what is the best location. What if 2 people are traveling and they just happen to be in the same city? DELEG8 aims at creating moments of connection through its technology via automation. All right, so we have established that it looks great, but what is the AI, right? Whether you're a night owl or an early bird, DELEG8 through AI can learn your cyclical patterns and is able to find the best time that suits each and every one of your activities. Through this chat, DELEG8 is able to create, edit, cancel, reschedule any type of meeting, leveraging the automated platform I spoke before. But also you can ask it questions about your schedule. Where do I spend my time? What am I doing tomorrow? Where is my next tennis lesson? Is Maria available for a coffee in the next week? Those are the type of questions that we aim for DELEG8 to be able to answer in an automated fashion. Using generative AI, DELEG8 will also be able to generate communications that will be included in the scheduling activity. Generative AI also allows for a lightweight project management tool. With generative AI, we can create from a project prompt a simple list of tasks with estimated times that the user can then edit and interact with, make it their own. And because we know about your schedule, we can actually plot all of this task into your schedule in an automated way. So what does the market look like? I've already mentioned a few of these things, but let's quickly go through some of them. Locking. Most scheduling platforms are locked in within the major providers. As you know, Gmail, Outlook, Yahoo, Apple. This allows for very little intercommunication between this platform because they want to maintain basically a monopoly. On the other hand, there's also a saturated market for productivity tools that basically just imitate of these solutions and they don't do anything that is innovative or easier on the user. They have an outdated design. They keep putting our calendars on a grid. And for a lot of neurodivergent people, this simply does not work. And with increased population of neurodivergency and or different neurodynamics within the workplace and outside of the workplace, we need better solutions. I've spoken about the loneliness epidemic and how the US Surgeon General Advisory is putting a fire and making sure that people are taking care of their health by being less lonely, and DELEG8 aims at solving this problem. Most productivity apps also have wrong incentives. Most calendar apps are of corporate origins, so their user experience is outdated, their design is honestly and is meant for intracorporate scheduling and productivity. There's always that back and forth that we always talk about. The chain of emails that I have of when are you available, when are you not available, it's just endless and it has to stop. Last but not least, a lot of these apps have limited accessibility. Not everyone is in the same email app, not everybody is in the same calendar application, not everybody is the same communication application. So now you're managing Slack meetings, messaging meetings, WhatsApp meetings, Facebook meetings, Instagram meetings, LinkedIn meetings, and none of these platforms will work together. And DELEG8 aims at being able to automate the communication within this platform so that no matter where you are within your phone, whether you're in the Snapchat or TikTok or LinkedIn or email, you can still use DELEG8 in order to auto-schedule the meetings. Our total addressable market is $100 billion a year and it's growing at about 22% rate for the productivity sector. The calendars and task management make $5 billion a year of that. And we think our serviceable obtainable market is about $1 billion a year at a 20% market penetration rate because we're doing something that nobody else is doing. Our monetization options are quite simple. We're going to start with a subscription model with a freemium model that is ad enable for events like on Meetup, Eventbrite, Facebook events. Imagine all of the events that people may want to market that they need a place to put those events. Right now, there's not like a central place and it's really hard for people to localize the places. Most importantly, there's nothing that suggests events based on your availability. And I think this is where it could be really interesting to actually figure out when a user is available and suggest events within that availability in order to increase purchasing of those events. Other two things that we're exploring is hardware and then marketplace. And I can explain those at a later date. I'm Marina. I'm an entrepreneur and tech leader with expertise in data and AI, and I built product leveraging AI for over 15 years of my career in tech. I've worked with big tech and small tech, big companies like Meta and Stack Overflow, but also smaller startups in health tech, IoT, e-commerce, logistics within the Chicagoland area. So I'm raising $300,000 pre-seed to build an MVP, generate content in press, and have a closed beta. And with DELEG8, I want you to make the most out of your time.